Star Trek, the franchise that spawned more than 40 years of television shows and countless movies, the iconic characters, the lens flares, the dinosaurs. This is the video review. Editor's note, I am not a Star Trek fan, nor have I ever been. I've never made a Star Trek parody show called Star Trek. Now that that's out of the way, I can objectively critique this masterpiece. My dear, I just let the cat out of the bag. This game is uncredular. Back when J.J. Abrams reinvigorated the Star Trek brand with his swashbuckling ode to Empire Strikes Back in 2009, developer Digital Extremes has been hard at work on this game. The premise? Dinosaurs steal a weapon. Just listen to Bones tell it like it is and spoon-feed us the plot.
So, your plan is to go through a compressing tear in the fabric of space, to chase a vicious alien race that we don't know anything about, except they now have a doomsday device, and we can't even call for backup?
Gameplay! Star Trek, the video game, is a cover-based third-person shooter. You shoot things, lots of things. The controls are fantastically generic. The levels are awesomely generic. The missions are magnificently snore-inducing. Throw all this together, and you've got one hell of a package. As Worf would say, I am not a merry man. That quote had no contextual meaning. Wonderful! You are blessed with a tricorder that can read things like wires that lead to conduits, and you can activate platforms with it. The best part is that when it does work, which is about 50% of the time, it doesn't work. Add those two up, and you've got a mechanic that doesn't work. 54! Story. The story for Star Trek is simple. You take out hordes of Gorn soldiers because they've attacked New Vulcan, and they're trying to steal a super weapon. They do eventually steal it, so you have to shoot more of them. Pew 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 pew. You do a lot of shooting. There are some Uncharted-inspired climbing sections, but the controls are so backward that it's a challenge to make any progress. Phenomenal! You never know if you'll be jumping into a conveniently electrified pool of water, or if the game will just glitch out and kill you for no reason. Phenomenal! In Star Trek the game, you have to function as a team to progress, though most of the time you'll be waiting for your partner to catch up. There are countless doorways that need to be pried open with the aid of your partner. You tap a button, they pry it open. This mechanic exemplifies the past 15 years of gaming evolution. Pew 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 pew. Don't forget, you get to shoot dinosaurs over and over, and they aren't even those clever variety. They run into your fire. Amazing! Don't forget that a Starfleet officer always subdues his enemy instead of using lethal force. I decided to take lethal action, and this was not reprimanded in any way, which begs the question, why weave a morality option if it makes no fucking difference? Wonderful! Spock's brain out of 343! Graphics! This game is a showpiece for what mediocre, subpar movie cash-in tie-in abominations should look like. I had the honor of pirating a PC version of this game to review, so I was treated to the awesome PC textures. All sarcasm aside for 1 second, the graphics are the only redeeming quality of this game. And you know what that means? This game is flawless! The controls are unresponsive, and I hate playing video games with keyboards. I spent the first 4 hours just mapping out the keys. I hate PC gaming! It's so wonderful! There were also times when my lousy computer couldn't keep up with the awesome gameplay and stunning graphics. Frapstacular! Oh my! Out of 3! The Rings Factor! This is a new criteria I'm working into all my reviews. Early in the game, there's an entire level dedicated to disabling a bunch of rings. Ringtacular! We all know, only the best games get blessed with rings. Thank you, Digital Extremes, for transporting me to a time when rings mattered, and we all need to take a second once in a while to appreciate the glory of rings. The rings out of rings! Final verdict. Rarely do I come across a game that has such a clear vision with no vision at all, yet a clear vision. I'm still trying to figure out what the vision is, and perhaps that's what sets this game apart from the usual movie tie-in. Like I said before, I don't like Star Trek. I don't even know what a Gorn or a Sulu is. I never made over 25 episodes of an awful Star Trek spoof. This game did nothing to introduce me to the characters and assumed I'd already known them. Where was Data? Where was LaForge and Wesley Crusher? The game makers clearly felt like me about Star Trek. if they had just taken the time to work out the problems with the gameplay, glitches, dialogue, story, settings, villain, instead of focusing on solely the visuals. Perhaps I would have given this game a perfect score. Instead, I award this game a 50. Almost a perfect score. Perhaps next movie will get another effort devoid of any charm or polish, with nice graphics and voice acting by the team who made Thor, God of Thunder. But until then, I'm the no-name guy, and I hate PC gaming. Go illegally download this game! Pew, pew, pew. Pew, 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 pew. Pew, 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 pew. Oh no, a dinosaur! Pew, 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 pew. More dinosaurs! Pew, 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 pew. Oh, fuck me.